Welcome back to the channel. I'm in Wayne, Nebraska, but I had an alarming start to the day. Really, it was an alarming start. I woke up at 3 a.m. to the sound of car alarms going off in the parking lot, so I had to look outside to see what was going on. And there's a huge storm that went through, and with really high wind velocities that was rocking the cars and setting off the alarms. I guess it may be a normal thing for this part of the world because there's not very much vegetation to slow down the winds, I guess. So I wasn't too sure at this point in time if I was going to be able to take off on time to make my appointment in Sioux City, Iowa at the dealership. So I had to be careful. I watched it closely and hope for the best. This is the day I need to be on the road at 7:30 in order to make my appointment at the dealership for 9 o'clock and giving myself 30-minute cushion in case there is some road hazards or whatever happened along the way. So after I went on the road on schedule, the storm finished at 7:20, and I basically followed the storm all the way back to Iowa for my appointment. I made it to Rooster's Harley-Davidson on time, just barely, with the road issues and the trains and whatnot. And made it there at 9 o'clock to open the doors, and the guys come out and started taking bikes, mine included. And as I was talking to the service manager at the front desk, a nice young lady came up with a cup of coffee for me. And I wasn't expecting that, and it was really a welcome thing to have. This was probably going to be a long repair, so I had to get comfortable. And yeah, I can't ask for better service as far as that goes. So the guys were on the bike immediately. By noon, all the repairs were done. They put a fuel filter kit in there, and they had a fault for voltage regulators. So while they were in there, I told them to go ahead and change that as well, because I didn't want any issues on the road. I still had a lot of miles left to make. So buttoned it up and fueled it up, and back on the road. If you happen to be in South Dakota and happen to be on I-90 and you see a sign for Mitchell, it's worthwhile pulling in there and just taking a look at the famous corn palace that they've got over there. It's interesting. It's a good place to stop and relax for a bit. And I know every time I go by, I stop in here. This was in the middle of the week, so the parking for the Corn Palace was really easy. The parking lot was basically empty. murals on the building are all made with colored corn, and they change the theme every year. In 2004 it was Lewis and Clark theme, and this year was circus theme, and that's why they call it Under the Tent. And that's all corn you see on the outside. It's a good place to stop and cool down, grab a bag of popcorn and a cool drink because it was over 90 degrees outside. The interior was also, it's basically a basketball court that they decorate, and all the murals on the interior are also made out of corn. Started the day in Wayne, Nebraska, Sioux City, Iowa, north on I-29, west on I-90, Sioux Falls, Mitchell, South Dakota, Chamberlain, and finally Pierre. Well, the ride from Sioux City, Iowa to Pierre, South Dakota went without a hitch, made it to the hotel no problem. Turns out that the repairs done at Roosters was something the bike likely needed anyway. The power seems to have dropped gradually over time, and I just never noticed it. Now the power's back, it's responsive again. It's actually a good thing because in the interstates in South Dakota, the speed limits are 80 miles an hour, so you really have to go to not hold up the traffic and not get run over. So it was a great day after all. Didn't make as many miles as I wanted to, but hey, that's what happens when you're on the road. Well, that's it for the day, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.